If it was, I know, I mean, you're a brain surgeon, you do this sort of stuff. If it was you in this decision, what would you do? I'm not saying that that's going to affect my decision, but what would you do if it was
I don't
in
know.
this situation?
I really don't know, because I'm not in your situation. No. Yeah, and I really don't know how
but
all the implications
so
and so
your
on.
professional advice is the more you can get out, the better it will be for me long term.
I think the reason I'm giving you the options is because there isn't a perfect one.
No.
And I think it's very reasonable for you to make that decision rather than me to make it on your behalf.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's fun to do awake craniotomies, but I have to be mindful of the fact that, sometimes the assessment is not perfect. Yeah? So the last one I've done the other day, he woke up and he couldn't speak very well anyway. I didn't even touch the brain.
Right, okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
So then the question is going to be, how much, where do you go? Yeah?
Yeah.
So that limits a little bit of what I can do.
Okay.
Obviously it was in a different location, different cattle and fish. Or you may be tired, yeah? In which case, again, there is a potential that I might not go for that bit there, yeah? Or for that bit there. Because I wouldn't know whether that potentially can affect your speech to some degree. So, personally, from what I can see on the activation on the functional MRI scan, my gut feeling is that it's not going to have a significant impact.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, being asleep and taking more out, will that impact the recovery time and that as well, possibly?
No.
Right, okay.
No.
I think that I've got to think long term. I've got to think about my future.
Yeah.
And if it's a case of you taking more out and making my future more prospectable, then I need to seriously, that's the most important thing. Like I said to you the other week, I need to save my life. That's predominantly, whatever else over that is a bonus.
So, nothing is perfect evidence of what we have. But what it is with a soft evidence that if we remove 80 to 90%, in the long term, patients tend to do well.
Yeah.
Or better.
Because you won't know if I need radio or chemo until after it's been diagnosed,
Correct.
like with analysed and all that sort of stuff.
Correct. Yeah.
And if I do need that, what effect will that have on me as because obviously I'd heard that chemo and radio can be quite draining. It can
quite draining, but I don't
stuff.
want to go into that
just yet. Okay.
Because we might have an argument that if we don't see any tumour left on the scan after the surgery, you may say, well, you know what, and if it is a grade 2, then we may say, well, let's not give anything. Now, if it is something left, even if it is 10-20%, because you are over 40, the likelihood is that we are going to offer you treatment.
Yeah.
Radio,
if you offer it to me and I need it, I'll take it. There won't be any argument. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
I know, but nothing is...
Nothing set in stone.
Straight. It is something where we are still learning quite a bit about.
Yeah.
If it is a grade 3, then there is no question you are going to have chemotherapy.
Yeah.
I don't envisage that this is going to be a grade 4, but we can see surprises.
You never know. Yeah.
But it is